Good evening to everyone. This is Antoinette Marie Speaks. I am so glad that you've decided to join me on today. How are you doing? How are you doing? So, here's the thing. As we get started, this is going to be a fantastic conversation that we're going to be having on today. I am so excited to for the month of September, and I know I came on a little bit early, so you have a couple of minutes. Grab your pen, grab your piece of paper, so that we can really celebrate women and men. And so that's what we're doing on these Tuesdays, from defeat to triumph. Give me a second. Today, I wanted to just take a little bit of time just to let you know that you are important and that I love you. And if nobody ever has said it to you, you're going to hear it from me today. You're beautiful, you're handsome, you're divine. This is Antoinette Marie. So I am so excited today. Thank you for each one of you joining me. We're talking about from defeat to triumph on today. That is amazing. So I'm going to play a little bit of Vashawn Mitchell. The name of the song is called Triumph. Let's enjoy ourselves. It's Tuesday. This is a great and absolutely fantastic day. Come on and let me know. The name of the song is called Triumph. Y'all know I'll dance in a minute, so just trying to keep it together. Just for a little bit, I have to be authentically me. So get ready, because we're going to have a fantastic and fabulous time. Thank you to all of my Facebook friends. Thank you to all of my YouTube subscribers. I really appreciate you and what's happening on today. Hello, Emilio. How are you, my brother? Thank you for joining me on today. I know you can do a little bit of rocking, right? Hello, Elkie. Thank you for joining me on today. I appreciate you. You are so fantastic, so fantastic. Thank you for being here on tonight. Thank you. Osman, thank you so much for being here on today. So share this video, subscribe to my YouTube page, Antoinette Marie Speaks Williams. Hey, Anthony. Hey, part of my triad for Bridging the Nations. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be on just for 1 hour. 1 hour. That's all. 60 minutes. And I do believe that you're going to be extremely blessed on today. So as I said in the intro, we are speaking about from defeat to triumph. From defeat to triumph, right? So I am so excited. Let's get it. We are getting ready to get it, my triad brother. I tell you, I'm so excited. Our first guest that we have on today is, I want y'all just to hear this part. Like, you are more than a conqueror. Listen, if you got to compromise who you are, that ain't the tribe you're supposed to be in. Just leave that tribe alone. Just put them people on the sideline. Listen, you are more than a conqueror, more than, greater than. And so I'm here tonight to help elevate you to that being that you have. I know it looks like I have a little lightning in the background, huh? But I don't. There's no lightning. Let me do that. So there you go. And so we want to encourage you on today. So listen, as we say in the episodes of Bridging the Nations, listen, if you're not here in the first couple minutes, you know, we start on time. That's one of the things I've always said. Even as a trainer, trainers are supposed to be the example, and we start on start on time. But there's something called grace. I'm going to give you another 30 seconds of grace because my clock right here says 6:01. So invite your friends, invite other individuals, men and women, that can benefit from our discussion on today as we speak about from defeat to triumph. Listen, I always say God never wastes anything in our life. And so today, here we have, I'm going to introduce this mighty, mighty, mighty woman. And all of you know who she is. Let me go ahead and bring her on. I'm so excited, so excited.
Hey. Hey. Hello, good evening. How are you?
I am doing fantastically well, fantastically well. So today we are discussing from defeat to triumph. And so I'm going to introduce Tracy, and I know many of you already know who she is. I personally believe that Tracy Randolph, the reset coach, is an individual that everybody needs in their lives. It's particularly if you are wanting to get that flat tummy. Listen, you need just some Tracy Randolph in your life. And she is an individual that will not only help you with your physical health, but also as a certified health and life coach, and also a personal trainer. So she also is a best-selling global author. Wow. Listen, Tracy Randolph, she's a speaker and she's also a survivor. She's going to talk a little bit about what that means. And she is one of the greatest things, I say, one of the greatest occupations that moms can have is she's a mom. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the greatest things. And so Tracy's mission is, as a health coach, is to help women reset themselves. She also works with men, but to help individuals reset themselves and the aspect of their mindset as well as their bodies, and to love who they see in the mirror.
Yes.
So we are so excited for you to join us on this Tuesday. As I said earlier, I'm going to be spotlighting individuals for the entire month of September. And we are really going to be emphasizing on from defeat to triumph, because there's so many things in our life that we can talk about that may not necessarily be positive, but we're going to bring some light. Hold down the light. I'm going to try that right. Okay. So I got a couple questions for you, Tracy. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, give us this elevator, a speech, like 60 seconds. Mm-hmm. And then let's go into speaking a little bit about your life cycle, the aspect of where you were that you may have not necessarily enjoyed being in, mm-hmm. and how did you come out to be triumphant?
Yes. Okay. So let me give you my 60 seconds, I guess. It's hard to wrap your life up in 60 seconds. But I'll talk about two of them that really made me reset, that I've wrote about in books. The first one being a single mom, being with someone for 3 years, and I was in love.
Ooh.
On the other side, so let's be transparent about
it. On in the room.
Yes. Let's just start it off right.
Yes.
So I was in love. I thought that was the same on the other side. And lo and behold, 3 years in to that relationship, I got pregnant. Okay. And I have this wonderful baby boy, but lo and behold, that relationship did not work out as a result of, just that person not being ready for another child, not being mature enough to handle the relationship. Me not seeing some of the warning signs, because let's be real, right? We have to take responsibility for our own faults and actions when it comes to relationships. So me not really seeing everything, wanting to recognize everything, you know, when you look back, it's a different story. So, I ended up a single mom, which, listen, praise God, I'm glad, because I have the most amazing son in the world. And I know that, but I do. But I absolutely do. So that was my first reset, because I found myself, you know, having to be a single mom and having to figure it out. And I was well into my career. I was already very established in my career. So that part of it was already anchored and stable. However, you know, the mental anxiety that you have to go to knowing that you're going to have a child and having to do it on your own.
Yeah.
My first reset, but I did it, and I got into that motherhood role, and I was, you know, moving forward, and I thought I was just in the swing of things, and then boom, I found out I had breast cancer.
Oh, okay. Wait now. So if it's so amazing, because when people look at you, they have no idea of your story. When people see you, they see this physical fitness, personal trainer, vegan eating, beautiful queen that you are. And then for you then to like hit us with your story of being a breast cancer survivor. So that's part of what people would say would be part of the defeat, which we know that it really isn't, but it seems so. So tell us, how did you find out, and how did you get out, and what type of emotions that you had when you found that you were diagnosed with breast cancer?
So I found out it was just, well, it's not by chance. It was God. Let's be real about it. I was in the shower. I felt a pain in my right breast. And I said, okay, I'm very proactive about my wellness and my well-being and my healthcare. So I went to the doctor, right? Because that's what I knew to do at the time. So I went to the doctor. He said, okay, I don't think it's really anything, because, you know, this is what he said, but my doctor, he's very proactive as well. So he said, I don't really think it's anything. However, I'm going to send you for a mammogram.
Okay.
So I went for the mammogram, and it was inconclusive the first time. So they said, you have to go back. So I went back for the mammogram for the second time, and they said, okay, you have tumors. Now you're going to have to go for a biopsy. And they saw 2 different tumors on the same breast. The left breast didn't have anything. Okay. So they said, now you're going to have to go for a biopsy. So the way the tumors were positioned, I had to have one biopsy on one day and then had to go back for the second because of where they were. They couldn't do it both at the same time. So I went for the first one, and I'm really a positive person, you know, the majority of the time. So I just said, okay, this is nothing. This is all, you know, protocol. They have to check this out. This is not going to be a big deal. So I got the first biopsy, and then I went back for the second. The second time I went, my mother went with me the first time. The second time I went, I said, you don't have to go. This is not going to be anything. Trust me. So I went by myself. And I'm waiting for them to do the second biopsy. And they said, you know, we have some news for you on your first biopsy. The first biopsy is malignant.
Oh, wow.
And I was in shock. So nothing really happened at that moment. I was just sitting there waiting to get the second biopsy. Wow. So they had me lay on the table. And now, mind you, when you get a biopsy on your breast, you have to, a biopsy in general, you have to sit still or lay very still.
Okay.
So I'm on this table, and if I can demonstrate, like I'm on this table, and you have to lay flat on the table, and you have to put your breast like in this hole. The table has a hole. And underneath is, you know, where I see your face.
I'm feeling the pain. I want to
Yes. So you're laying there with your breast in this hole. Okay. And where they do the incision, everything is underneath the table. and
Oh,
you're laying
wow.
on the top of the table with your breast sticking out of this hole. So I'm laying there and I'm trying to be still and I'm praying and I'm crying. The tears are streaming down. I'm not moving. And the woman, one of the nurses, she's rubbing my arm, which was really probably making it worse for me.
Yeah.
I love people, and just the emotions come out when people are caring for you and sympathizing with you. So she's rubbing my arm, and the tears are just streaming down.
Oh.
So and I'm there alone, right?
Yeah. Oh no.
Yes. So that was how I found out about everything. But like I said, it was God really prompting me to go get tested in the first place.
Okay. So you're here, and I'm telling you, we are, as Anthony would say, we are really breaking bread, because these are those really candid conversations where we can really help heal other individuals just by what comes out of our mouth. And so for Tracy to be so candid about her experience, y'all, that experience, I can only imagine being an individual lying there, no one there with me, lying with one breast prostrated in a hole. Oh my goodness, that had to be just almost literally overwhelming. And thank goodness for this woman who felt like, she was doing what she felt was good to console you.
Yes.
I tell you, okay, so you found out, you got this diagnosis. And then what happened from there? What did you do after you got the diagnosis?
So from there was a whirlwind of emotions, of course. But then I got on my knee. I went home and got on my knees first, because
come on in this room.
And let me tell you, I said to God, this is not mine. This is yours.
Hold on. Now wait, hold on now. Wait, come on. So wait, you got a diagnosis of BC, because I call it BC, right? And I'm not talking about birth control. So you got a diagnosis of BC, and you went home, and the first thing you said was, Lord, this is not my BC. Tell me what you prayed. This is going to free somebody right here. Because if you had times in your life where you've gotten negative news or something that you did not absolutely expect, this will change your trajectory of what is it that I'm supposed to do first. And my sister friend said, this is not mine. So God, you better do something with it. Go ahead and tell us.
Yeah. So I definitely got on my knees and prayed, through the tears. But I said to him, listen, Lord, this is not mine, because I can't handle this.
Yes.
So this is yours. You take this and you tell me what you want me to do as a result of me getting this news. So
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't mind sharing, how old were you when you were diagnosed with BC?
Oh goodness, it was. How old am I right now? I'm 25.
Tell your age. I'm just asking for the people out there.
I was 42. I was 42.
42 years old, and so this is such an opportunity to help men and women in so many different dimensions on self-care, on knowing your body, on not taking no for an answer, right? You know your body as a human being. You knew that 42 years you were being in this body. Who knew your body better than you?
That's right.
Nobody knew your body better than you. So you got this diagnosis, you got home, you got on your knees, you was like, yes, Lord, come on, do something. Tell us what you prayed.
I don't know if it was that good, but I was certainly it.
So tell us what you prayed. What did you say to God? The G to the O to the D. What did you say?
That was really it. I was really just
my breath popping out. Look at this. Okay, all right.
Okay. Look, yes, Lord.
Okay.
So I really, that was it. I was really just saying to him, God, this is yours. I can't handle this. This is not something that I'm going to take on. I need you to tell me what I need to do, but this is yours. And I went home and I prayed. And then when I went to church that Sunday, I went to the altar and I laid it on the altar. And I literally laid it on the altar. Like, God, here, like it was like taking a piece of paper, putting it down, like, this is yours. You know, if I could have someone visualize, like, I really just put it down, like, this is really yours. I can't handle this. So you tell me what you want me to do with this.
Okay. And what did God say?
So that's when I went into, it was like, just gain knowledge and wisdom around your situation. That's really what it was. It was dig deep, because I was trying to figure out, okay, how and why did my body accept cancer?
Come on.
I wasn't doing anything crazy. I didn't smoke. I wasn't much of a drinker. Like, how did this happen? So for me, my downfall, definitely, I'm a foodie. It was definitely, I thought, food and environment. And what he was saying was, do your homework, basically. Do your homework.
Listen, one of the things I always say when I do transformational life strategies and or executive coaching is this. There's 3 dimensions to transforming your life. One is to be aware. So your awareness came like, whoa, really? This is supposed to be breast. This is somebody's breast cancer. Yeah. So you got this diagnosis. So number 2 is like what you're saying, to get that knowledge, like, okay, this is what I've been diagnosed with, this is my situation, and I want to change it. So what do I have to do? I have to dig deep, and I got to get this knowledge, whether it is from reading books, whether it's whatever it is, to make the change in your life. What was your next step?
So that was pretty much it. I just started diving into nutrition, exercise, environment, like all the things that could affect my body and could allow my body to accept cancer. That's what I started digging into. Okay, food. What am I eating that's allowing this to happen? And what's happening in my environment? Even stress levels. Let me recognize my stress levels, because I was in a stressful corporate situation. I told you, single mom, stressful corporate situation. Okay, what's happening? What's happening around me? What's happening in my life that allowed my body to accept cancer? So that's what I started doing, just digging in and figuring out, okay, how do I need to change my life? Because obviously this came as a result of me needing to change.
Wow. Now let's so did you in your family, had your family had any family history of breast cancer?
No. So me going through the next steps, of course, I went the medical route initially, right? I went to the doctors. I did everything that they said. Okay, they gave me my options. What do you want to do? And we went through the testing in terms of, they call them BRCA tests, where you have to see if it's hereditary, if there's any family history. Now, I didn't know of anyone in my family that actually had breast cancer, and the test came back negative. So it wasn't family. And at that point, I said, okay, the science is telling me that it's not hereditary. It's definitely food and environment.
Wow. I hope you all are listening out here when it comes to what Tracy spoke about, like what her body was allowing, was accepting. There had to be something. Now, full disclosure, I, Antoinette Marie Williams, I am not a medical professional. I want to say that. So do exactly what Tracy did. She went to the doctor, she got information, she started getting knowledge, so on and so forth. Tracy is a certified health and life coach. So if you are experiencing situations, you can definitely reach out to her. We're going to give her contact information at the end of this. But I think this is so magnificent that you had no family history. And so you narrowed it down that there was something that you were doing, something that you were accepting, whether it is food or environment. I see you, Jeffrey, food or environment that allowed for this. Now, some people will call it a spirit. You call it whatever you want to come into your life. And then you said, listen, even at the beginning, you was like, this does not belong to me. I'm giving it up to God. Okay, so tell us a little bit about, when did you kind of get your mojo? You was like, listen, okay, this is what's happening. I've gave it to God. I've given it over to God. I've gotten my knowledge of everything that I need to do. You know what? Let me tell y'all something. I have never had problems with this blouse, but you're talking about breast cancer. I think, y'all gonna be okay. I'm gonna start staying real still right now. So tell us, Tracy. So that was part of your, in some people's mindset, that was a part of the defeat, right? So talk to us a little bit about your triumphant moment and experience in your life, and then go into a little bit about what you are currently doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to go back a little bit.
Okay.
Because I had to go back before the cancer to give you the story. It's what I thought about, which is really what made me triumphant, and it's really why I said, "Okay, God, I'm giving this to you." So, Hurricane Sandy happened, and New Jersey was hit hard during Hurricane Sandy. So me and my son were here. We were in the house during that storm, and I was praying to God about this tree, my neighbor's tree, which is still standing, by the way. And I tell this story, and I actually told this story in Spiritual Fitness Survivor. But I was praying and praying and praying about this tree. And I'm like, Lord, don't let this tree fall down, not on my house, not on my neighbor's house. Like, please keep this tree up. The tree is sick. It's huge and it's sick. And you can visibly see that the tree is sick. So I'm praying and praying. And when I tell you, there was a peace that came over my house, like nothing that I had ever felt before. It was like the downstairs part of my house, because me and my son we were on the couch in the living room watching DVDs on a small DVD player with candles on, because the power had gone out. And it was like my whole first floor was just illuminated. And there was a peace that came over my house. Like, it's almost undescribable, but that's how peaceful it was. And I said, okay, God's got it. Like, nothing's going to happen to this tree. He just told me, because that's what I felt. And it was almost like a dome came down over my house. And I describe it that way because I really felt like he just covered my whole house. So the next morning I woke up, and I just thought this was about the storm, right? It was really about the storm to come. I thought it was about the storm that was happening outside at the time. I woke up the next morning, nothing fell, like small branches from that tree. A very small piece of my neighbor's fence fell, and that was it. She was safe. We were safe. Everything was fine. And that tree is still standing today. And even with the small storm that we had earlier in August, I said, like, peace be still on this tree, Lord, But at any rate, this storm and this event that happened and that peace that came over my house, this was really God telling me that I got you. I got you. Wow. I didn't even know what that meant. I thought it was about the tree, but he was really preparing me for cancer. Hurricane Sandy happened, I think it was in October of 2012, and November of 2012 is when I got the positive results from the first tumor.
Wow. I don't know if y'all are listening to this. Let me tell you. Ooh wee. See, here's the thing. This is what I know for sure, is that sometimes in life we will go through things and we think that this is something that is going to take us down. It's going to just be so totally destructive. It's going to defeat us. But for Tracy here to talk about a month prior to the experience that she had with the illumination of her home, with everything that she just spoke about, listen, God is real. I'm not even going to tell your story, but that is that is magnificent. Keep going.
Yeah. So just to double back on that, God is real. God is real. So he was just telling me, like, you're fine and I got you. And I really recognized what that meant after, the tears. And let's be real, I'm human, right? I cried first and I had to get on my knees and pray. But I went back to that and I said, okay, which is really what prompted me to say, God, this is yours, because you already told me that I'm going to be okay. And I started to recognize that was more about what was coming than what was happening at the time. So because of that moment, I just dived into what he was telling me to do. And it really led me, the second part of your question, it really led me to my purpose, because I just found that I loved what I was digging into. I loved learning about food and nutrition. I loved exercising consistently. I had done it, of course, before, but not as consistent. And I loved everything that I was doing. And I wanted to help other people and get past a diagnosis, right? Like if you are in a situation where you're faced with a chronic disease, to help people understand that those things are not death sentences. It's really to prompt you to change your life.
Absolutely. So, wow, he literally prepared you. He prepared you for what was happening. He prepared you for what you were experiencing in your life. Oh my goodness. So listen, keep on talking, Tracy. Because somebody is at my door, and you go ahead and talk, Tracy.
Okay. So as Antoinette Marie was saying, God was preparing me for what was to come, and even preparing me for my gifts. And I had been, I'll tell you guys a story. I've been in corporate America for a very long time as an accountant, had a very stressful job. And I kept saying, God, I need a break. I need a break. I need a break. So the break came not in the form that I expected or wanted it to come in, but the break came as BC, as Antoinette Marie says, as BC. It came as breast cancer. But lo and behold, I'm so grateful for it. And I describe now to people like it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because it brought me into my purpose. It brought me into my gift. It made me recognize the things that I was doing incorrectly in my life. It made me recognize that I wasn't operating in the manner that I was supposed to, that I wasn't operating in my gift. So it really came as a blessing. And that's how I started looking at it. Breast cancer was a blessing, because it just prompted me to do what I was supposed to do, what I was made to do in my life. And it was an awakening for me.
Wow, that is some good stuff. And so for each and every one of you that are out there that feel as though you have gotten some negative news, or, something that you did not expect that happened or is happening in your life right now. So we are encouraging you. A lot of times we hear people talk about, or we'll see it in books, but you have now someone, Tracy Randolph, that is telling her story about what should have been defeat and how it turned around, and that how it was used for her greater good. So if any one of you are out here and you've ever seen any of her videos, Tracy's like working it, like, And so it's magnificent. And I just wonder, because she is living out her purpose on this earth planet, if she had not gotten a diagnosis of breast cancer, would we be seeing the Tracy Randolph today? Would we be calling her the Reset Coach? Would she have gone and been a certified health and life coach, now personal trainer, a best-selling author? That's why I say so many times that nothing goes wasted. I truly believe that nothing goes wasted in our lives. And this was really a setup. When I tell you this was a setup, God set you up.
That's right.
And I'm telling you, and so for individuals, if you're out here and you're struggling with a situation, you're struggling with making decisions, whether it's have to do with your health or has to do with anything else, this story that Tracy is speaking about, her story, it should encourage you. It should encourage you to let you know that God is real, that God will help you at all times. We always say, there's a scripture in Psalms 23 that he leads me he will make you lie down.
Yes.
So Tracy talked a little bit about the stress and corporate America. I'm sure that had something to do with this, because that's an environment, that's an environment. And so I just want to say thank you for being here. I just want to say thank you for, living your life purpose, because I truly believe as a health coach and certified a certified life coach, you are one of the most underrated individuals, and people need to know who this Tracy Randolph is, the reset coach. We call you the reset coach because your story is so remarkable that it can help other people, whether they have gone through breast cancer, whether they have gone through whatever it is, hyperactive thyroidism, Graves' disease, whatever it is. You call the it, whatever the it is.
Mm-hmm.
We're just here to let you know that there is an answer. There is an answer, and how you can still continue to live out your purpose. Okay, so Tracy, so you have that situation. So tell us now, what is it that you're doing? What's on your agenda? We want to know what kind of foods you're eating now. We want to know all of that. So wait, hold on. Give me a second. So let's spill the tea.
Yes. So the tea now is whole foods. I am eating whole foods, and I'm going to say 95% of the time, right? Because I'm still a human and I grew up on all those things that weren't necessarily so good for you. So I definitely, indulge a little bit every once in a while, but 95% of the time, it is all good food. And I just wanted to be transparent, right? Because I don't want people to think that they need to be perfect and that they need to, eat grass every day.
well, maybe some grass-fed beef. How about
right. If you have to eat beef, then yes, make it grass-fed. And that's a key point, right? To tell people, like, you don't need to try to drastically change all at once.
Mm-hmm.
If you like beef, like Antoinette Marie said, grass-fed, get chicken with no hormones and no antibiotics and organic meats, and try to do it that way instead of saying, I'm just going to go cold turkey, because sometimes that just does not work for people. Now, if you're a person who can handle that, then do that. But if not, just get the better choices of the meats and the better choices of the foods that are out there. I will say to people, watch the box foods and watch the processed foods, because those things are really the things that are really not good for you. They're loaded with chemicals. Mm-hmm. And those are the things that we don't want to put into our bodies. We don't need to ingest those things if we don't have to. So I would say stay away from the processed foods. But I definitely eat a lot of whole foods, a lot of fresh foods every day, to make sure that I'm getting in the vital nutrients and minerals that I need from my food.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I just want to say, just a quick disclosure, when Tracy is speaking about whole foods, she's speaking about not the grocery store Whole Foods.
Right. Right. Let's put that disclaimer. I do not work for Whole Foods Market.
So she's speaking about non-processed foods. If you can do raw, raw foods are absolutely exceptional for your body, and for you to be able to intake those. Myself personally, I can't tell you the last time I ate a can anything.
Yes.
Right. No, because canned food sits for, canned foods can sit for years.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's loaded with preservatives that give it that shelf life. So it's the chemicals that allow it to sit for years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let me go. I'm going to go through some of. I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say that I'm also an avid cleanser now, because I found a cleanser that works very well for me. So I am an avid cleanser.
Tell us about that.
Detoxing my body. So the cleanse that I am currently using, it takes all of the chemicals, the radiation, the mucoid plaque, like everything you can think of that needs to come out of your intestines comes out with this cleanse. And not the first time. I want to be transparent about that as well. Everything's not coming out all at once. You think about how old I said I am, right? Or not really said, but I'm 49. So it takes, 49 years of, things that have been built up into my intestines. It takes a while to get those things out. But if you cleanse on a regular basis and you're eating properly, you're going to allow your body to release all the toxicity that it has. So I just want to put that out there as well, to cleanse on a regular basis.
Wow. And I totally agree. I will be, with the help of Tracy Randolph, the Reset Coach, I will be doing is it 28-day?
Yes.
28-day cleanse. I'm giving y'all 30 days. Together, right? So October 1, I will be doing a 29, 28-day cleanse because I want to be the best that I possibly can be. I want to be healthy, mind, body, spirit, and soul. And sometimes you just kind of know, your body feels a little interesting, like a little sluggish maybe. So I will be doing that, and I will be posting information of y'all. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. If I get a headache, I'm gonna blog it. If my toe hurt, I am going to tell y'all the truth. But definitely, I've gone on cleanses before, and I definitely can tell the difference. My thought pattern, some people call it foggy brain. That really going through a cleanse. Some people call it a fast. You can do different types of fast as well. So I always will say consult your physician if you have questions about that, because again, I am not a licensed, certified health professional or anything such as that. But I will say this from my own personal experience, I do believe in cleanses 100%. So let's look at some of these comments on here. Let's see. So Elkie says, my goodness, Tracy, I cannot even imagine how that must have felt. I just want to give you a big hug right now.
Oh, God bless Elkie. She's so sweet. Love her.
We love Elkie. We love
I'm reaching out to you, Elkie. I'm hugging you.
a virtual hug, Elkie. Virtual hugs on tonight. Okay, so Anthony Williams says that's the definition of awaken. I am. Emilio said, great to see Tracy Randolph. Tanya Hamilton said, whoa, wow. Elkie came back and said, I love your faith and heart, Tracy. You're so beautiful from the inside out. And Alaska's on here too. She gave you like 5 or 6 hearts.
Awesome.
Let's see. There's one more. And Jeffrey said, food and environment. So true. Huge factor. And let's see. And then Jeffrey came back and said, wow, that's amazing. Beautiful story. God has you. That is amazing. So one of the things I always say is that we never know people's story. We see who they are now. We see them walking down the street. Hey, Lori, we see them doing their thing. And hey, Daniela. And hey, Shamika, we see them. Hey, Rachel. We see them doing what they're doing every single day, but we don't necessarily know what brought them to that particular place.
That's right.
So if you had never told your story, and I know you've told your story many times, I know that you also have a book that you co-authored. What's the name of your book? Tell us a little bit about the name of it.
Sure. So there's 3 actually.
3 books. Let's tell us about it.
Yes. So the first book was Women Empowering Women, Break the Mold and Make a Difference. And in that book, I talk about living beyond the diagnosis. I go through the breast cancer story, but I'm just giving people steps on how to live past the diagnosis. Okay. And then that book came not that long after having cancer and the full recovery. That book came after that. Okay. And then the second book is Level Up, the Handbook to Unleash Your Greatness, which we are co-authors in together with some other amazing mentors and coaches. Yeah. And that one goes through the story that I explained. The first reset, being a single mom, and then talking about the second reset with breast cancer. And then the third book, and I know Emilio is on here, him and Daniela, Spiritual Fitness Survivor, the second edition of that book. And that I wrote about actually the story of the storm. Okay. And that happened before cancer. So, yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. And so, one of the things, and one of the reasons why I wanted to spotlight individuals, mighty and, beautiful individuals, men and women that have gone through so much in their lives and other individuals may not necessarily know. And I always say, if you tell your story, you have the capability of healing somebody else.
Yeah.
And sometimes out here, individuals feel as though nobody understands, nobody has experienced anything that like they have experienced.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're here to say we do understand. We have experienced it, whether it is a health or physical diagnosis, it could be mental health, whatever it is. The goal that I have is to ensure, to give people the opportunity to be 100% whole. That's mind, body, spirit, and soul. Because you can have a whole lot of money. Let's just say that you can have a whole lot of substance, but if you don't have peace, baby, you don't have nothing.
That's right.
That surpasses all understanding. And I'm not talking about conceal and carry, that type of
That's right. That's right.
That's okay if you got that too. But move on. And so I want to hear from people that are in the audience, and thank you all for continuing to stay on with us. We have hit literally almost 50 minutes. So if you have any questions for Tracy Randolph, the Reset Coach, Tracy, let them know. First, put your comments or questions in the comment section. Please share this video. If you are watching this on YouTube, all my YouTube subscribers, yay! Thank you for being on YouTube with us on today. Hit that subscribe button and that little bitty bell so you'll know the next time I'm going to be coming on. So Tracy, let the audience know how they can contact you and what are some of the services that you provide.
Sure. So the contact information, I would say reach out on social media. I'm on most of the avenues. Facebook, is the Reset Coach. There's a Facebook page for the Reset Coach, or just Tracy Randolph. On Instagram, I am _reset_coach. On LinkedIn, I am Tracy Randolph, the Reset Coach, and I'm also on Web Talk as Tracy Randolph, the Reset Coach as well.
Well, I think if y'all don't have it, Tracy Randolph, put that in the comment section, love, please. Tracy Randolph, the Reset. I'm trying to do it, Coach. So tell us what type of I didn't mess that all up. Elke or Shamika, please put that in the comment section. So tell us, what type of services do you actually provide to individuals?
So I do full health coaching and life coaching to individuals because I like to take a mind, body, spirit approach. And then I'm also doing personal training. I have personal training virtual courses that are happening right now. So if anybody wants to join in, it's a monthly subscription to do virtual training courses. I want to make sure that people are being preventative and proactive about their health. So if you need health coaching and if you need personal training, I am your girl.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, when you do your personal training, does the individual have to already be in prime fit, or what's typically the goal of the personal training?
No, so anywhere you are, it's beginners, intermediate, advanced. There's always a way to modify an exercise. So anywhere that you are, you just start now, get in where you are, and progressively you will see the difference, and you will be able to start doing the exercises with, more resistance, more strength training, more cardio, but all of that is a progression. So you start where you are.
Okay, wonderful. And I think that that's important for individuals to know that they don't already have to be in optimum health. That's the reason to have a personal trainer. I love the aspect of for individuals to be able to basically subscribe to your services. And this is what I want to say, y'all. Lean in. Y'all know I'm gonna tell you to lean in. Just lean in. Listen. Y'all know, Tracy, how I'm just going to ask you, because we're going to be real transparent. What is the cost of your monthly subscription of your personal training?
It is actually super affordable. It is $30 or $50, depending on if you do 3 days a week or 5 days a week.
Okay. So now listen, this is what I'm gonna tell y'all, lean. Just put listen. Look at the good eye right here. Look at that. Look. You can afford and to invest in yourself. $30 a month to get your physical health together. And I already know, and you would know just by what Tracy has helped us with and had conversation about her story. And that she just gave you a little bit. She really just gave you a little bit, right? Listen, we don't, but I know some people do. Right? But we will, and I have in the past. Listen, we will go to Culver's, McDonald's, Burger King. We will go to Outpost. We would go on Amazon. We would go to Target. We would go to Wally World. We would do all of that and get us something. Now listen, and I know it's over $30. You can invest, and you should invest in yourself. Mm-hmm. You are well worth over $30 a month to be able to have Tracy as a reset coach to be a resource. She's going to encourage you. You're talking 3 to 5. How many times did you say, Tracy? Three times or 5 times?
3 times or 5 times, depending on the package you choose.
Right. So 3 times a week. Mm-hmm. 3 times a week, y'all. That's $10. That's great. In this room, y'all better stop it. 3 times that you can get this type of service from a woman of God who is a certified health professional. She's a certified life coach. She's a personal trainer. Listen, you need to make this investment in yourself. We always talk about self-care. This is your first step, beloved, to self-care. Your first step to self-care. And I know that you're going to get a whole lot of just yummy information. And she has some real nice music. Listen, we're not finna do no no. We can't put no exercise to that. So she makes it inviting and innovative and creative. And so invest in yourself. I think that is absolutely wonderful. So Tracy, if you would like to get in contact with Tracy, you have all the information that you need. My sister, Queen Shamika Willis, already put it in the comment section.
Thank you, Tracy
Randolph, the Reset Coach. If you put that in any social media platform as a search, you will be able to find our beautiful, the incomparable, the magnificent, the beautiful. Look at those teeth. Tracy Randolph. And I really hope, hey, Betty, I really hope that from our conversation and from Tracy's story, that there was something that was said that will not only encourage you, but will also motivate you to reset your life. You can reset your mind, you can reset your body, and you can reset your spirit. And so, Tracy, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come on with us on today. I'll be our first guest from Defeat to Triumph on this Tuesday. I'm very honored that you have taken out your time, as well as our audience, to hear this great story of how you triumphed from any type of defeat in your life. So we want y'all to say bye to Miss Tracy Randolph, the Reset Coach. And I'm going to I'll do it this way. So I will see you all on Thursday with Bridging the Nations.
Yes.
See you all on Thursday on Bridging the Nations. We're going to say bye to Tracy.
Bye-bye. Take care, everyone.
All righty. We'll see you later. So wasn't that amazing? What? Listen, that was an amazing story. And I am so delighted that Tracy graced us with her presence on today, just to let us know that There's nothing that you cannot overcome. There's nothing that you cannot overcome. And you just have to stay persistent. Stay persistent in what you are doing. And always know God has you. Just remember that. God has you. He knows exactly what you need. And it's an amazing story that she said that a month before, how she had this epiphanies that this came over in her home. It's amazing. He always prepares us in the presence of our enemies, right? He always does. And so I just want to encourage each and every one of you to stay persistent and consistent and have vigor. Be of great courage. I will see you on Thursday morning. Actually, on Thursday morning, I will be with Carrie Crosby and the Brandy Johnson at 7 a.m., y'all, 7 a.m. And I'm going to be speaking about how I transitioned from a typical corporate life and 9 to 5 to really doing what I'm doing now. I'll say it that way. And so please get ready for that, because I'm going to spill the tea on a whole lot of stuff when it comes to you owning your own company and owning your own business and being progressive. And is it going to take a lot? Absolutely. It's going to take a lot. But tell you what, it's going to take a lot out of you no matter what you do. And then as well, I will see you on that Thursday evening with Bridging the Nations. I tell you, you're not going to want to miss that one either. 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. So yes, Jeffrey, 7 a.m. Yep, that's early. But listen, who's going to check us? Nobody but God, right? And so I want to encourage you, have a beautiful and fantastic evening. As always, I'm Antoinette Marie Speaks, Antoinette Marie Williams. And remember, if you have a husband or a wife, please love on them. Let them know that they are important to you. Love is an action. It's not just a word. If you have children, let your children know that they are important to your trajectory. They're important to your lifespan. Give them a really, 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 really strong hug. Give them a really, really strong hug and let them know that you love them. Our youth of today, they need that every single day. And I just want to say to all of the men and women and moms and dads that are homeschooling or doing virtual schooling with their children, God bless you. God bless you. I know it's difficult. It may be very hard, but you can do it, because you know what? You are your son and daughter's best and first teacher. Always remember that. Always remember that. And so as we leave on today, we're going to go back to being triumphant, right? Because that is who we are. We are triumphant individuals. We are triumphant human beings, because the great I am lives within us. And he wants us to prosper as our soul prospers. And as I always say, you can live an abundant, joyous life. You can live it. Never let anybody convince you otherwise, right? This is a great day. So let's triumph. I will see you later. Share this video. I'll see you later.
Today, I wanted to just take a little bit of time just to let you know that you are important and that I love you. And if nobody ever has said it to you, you're going to hear it from me today. You're beautiful, you're handsome, you're divine. This is Antoinette Marie.
See you Thursday. Take care. Bye.